Hey, it's the first Foodie Friday family meal in 5 minutes or less. You ready? Let's go. One of the places that I love to shop is Aldi because the products are great, but they're also at a super low price. I'm black, so I never pick from the front. When I'm picking out peppers, I always like to feel them to make sure that they're hard. I don't know, I feel like they cook better and they last longer. And today we're just kind of shopping for some of the things that I'm going to need for the meal that we're going to cook today. What we'll be making today is a fajita bowl. It's super simple, super easy to make, but always very tasty. And it takes no time to make as well. So if you're ever like in a rush and you need to make a quick meal for yourself or for your family, this is something that is always a go-to, of course. And when you're shopping for food, make sure you always check the nutrition facts and check the expiration date. You want to make sure that you're buying something that's going to last a longer time, and you want to see what amount of sodium, how much calories are in there, the serving size. This is something that's really important to make sure that you know. So I did end up going to Pete's as well to pick up a few products. And then as you can see, these are all the things that you're going to need to make the fajita bowl. You ready? Let's go. So when you're starting off, I always love to make sure that I'm coating my skillet very well because I don't like anything to stick. You're going to put that ground turkey in, and you're going to make sure you season it really well with basically everything, all the seasonings that I have listed below until it's brown. Now it's time to cut up those veggies. For the onions and the peppers, I just kind of like to put them in slices. I'm not going to dice them up to like really small pieces. It's just my preference. But when it comes to tomatoes, I do like to dice those up a little bit smaller, as well as when it comes to mushrooms. And yes, I put mushrooms in my fajita bowls. When I watched that movie, What the Health, and I was going to be vegan for a week, I learned that mushrooms are kind of a meatier texture vegetable. And when I made the fajita bowls without meat, the mushrooms literally were giving it the meat texture that I needed. So it's something that I just continue to do, even though I still eat meat today. And whenever you add something in, you just want to make sure you stir it really well. Something that I also kind of learned how to add when I was going quote unquote vegan was spinach. You really don't even notice it's in there. My dad had, and he had no idea until I showed him this video that spinach was in the fajita bowl. So it's just some added vegetables. It's always good to add veggies into your diet. So again, every time you add something, you just want to make sure you're stirring it in there really well to give it all the good flavor. And I made some Zatarain Spanish rice to add to the fajita bowl. The instructions are literally given. It's off the box. It's super easy to make. But again, I use that because it has low sodium, lower calories, and it tastes really good when you add it to the bowl. So you can do that too, but you don't have to. And now I'm just adding on all the little extras that didn't need to be cooked into the bowl. These are kind of things that I prefer to make it perfect. And you just stir it all together and then try it. It was fire, y'all. It was fire. And sometimes I like to add little chips to eat as well. And this is the finished product. See you next week.